Hi guys, this is Paulo Rafael Subido, Editor-in-Chief of Top Gear Philippines. Now it's been a while since I've done a drives review for you guys, but that's because my wife only recently gave birth and I'm now the dad to an adorable 5-month-old daughter. And so when Mitsubishi Motors Philippines asked me if I wanted to get behind the wheel of the Xpander, I jumped at the chance. Because not only am I curious about this particular vehicle, I also know that it's something worth looking at if you have a growing family. This is the Mitsubishi Xpander GLS Sport. Come on, hop in and let's do this. 2018 was a sad year for the motoring industry. Some nameplates that have been around for a very long time were discontinued, namely the Mitsubishi Adventure and the Isuzu Crosswind. All of these Japanese manufacturers had to come up with replacements for those bread and butter models. So Isuzu came up with MU-X RZ4E and they made it really quite affordable to replace the Crosswind. They're priced almost the same. For Mitsubishi, they created the Xpander to take the place of the Adventure. Now let me get one thing straight. The Xpander is nothing like the utilitarian Adventure, but wow, getting behind the wheel of the Xpander is a bit of a revelation really. For starters, because of how it drives and how comfortable it is and how well laid out the interior package is. The quality inside and the ride quality and the NVH is really quite exceptional. There are no rattles, there are no clunks. It feels so solidly built. Even when going over the typical EDSA style, roads, which suck, even among its peers, the Xpander is noticeably more refined. Size slots in between the Avanza and the Innova, so it's not a weird size actually, it seems just right. What I love about the interior is that the layout and everything, it's really quite clever. Alright, the interior surfaces are finished nicely, and I do recognize a lot of parts from the Mitsubishi parts bin, but that's not a bad thing because that's a great way for car manufacturers to keep costs down and to make the model accessible to more people. Under the hood is a 1.5-liter MyVec engine, mated to a 4-speed automatic for this particular variant. Now, newer cars would have more sophisticated automatic transmissions, but this does the job fine. Yes, Mitsubishi is trying to make this vehicle accessible to everyone, but that doesn't mean they scrimped on the things that matter. The head unit has a touchscreen display that has navigation. Of course, it has Bluetooth connectivity and all of the good stuff that's expected. It's really cool that every row has its own power supply because everyone has to plug in their gadgets. And of course, the multi-information display. This is something that I cannot do without anymore because I love seeing how many kilometers I have left before I drain the tank. The variant that we're driving is the GLS Sport. This is the top-of-the-line Xpander variant, and what separates it from all the rest is that it actually has stability control, traction control, and hill start assist. So I think that's something that's unheard of in this particular segment. Kudos to Mitsubishi for making those features available on this variant of the Xpander. Something that I appreciate when I know that a car is exceptionally built and designed is when I sit on the seat. What I look for are firm seats. You don't want a seat that is too plush and too soft because in the long run, that's actually not good for your lower back. The Xpander has nice and firm seats. I also like how the surfaces are quite grippy. I'm actually glad that this variant doesn't come with leather seats. It's not hot when you're parked under the sun for too long. Mitsubishi also talks about how the Xpander's drive is quite sporty, and I have to agree. Even the brochure says the suspension has been tuned somewhat to mimic the legendary Evos. And although I can't say that this Xpander drives like an Evo, I can say that it is very solid. It has excellent ride quality in here, no matter how rough the roads are. The Xpander also has cruise control for all variants, would you believe? So I'm doing some maneuvering right now, and I must say that the turning radius is very, very impressive. It's very tight. For first-time car buyers, that's an added plus because it's easy to maneuver this in the tight city. And look, we even have a rear view camera, which I don't rely on. Actually, no driver should really trust this. Always look back, guys. All right, now that we're parked, let's do a quick walk around and take a look at the exterior features. So up front, we have what Mitsubishi calls the dynamic shield design, and it really makes the Xpander look quite imposing. I don't know any other, there's really nothing like it on the road right now. This I can appreciate, 16-inch wheels. Why? Because down the road, you don't want to be spending too much money on rubber. I like how the rim size is a conservative 16. Here we are again at the driver's seat. Oh, please note also the excellent ground clearance. And when you're behind the wheel, it's you have a very commanding view of the road ahead. So it's really quite high. So it's very easy to get into and out of the Xpander. Of course, we have the very low, relatively low loading floor for when you want to put heavy stuff. You know, it's easy if you have a bad back, especially like me. So I've adjusted the seats already beforehand to show you how, if with a little compromise, you can get everyone to sit comfortably. And if they're really big like me, you know, they'll fit fine. So let's start with the front. Okay, I adjusted it so that the people behind me will have a little bit of space. Okay, so but this is excellent already. Moving on to the second row. The second row actually slides, but I've already adjusted it. Fantastic legroom. And you can also recline the seat back. Let's go to the rear. I think this is one continuous shot. No trickery. Wow, and I fit back here. So if you have a smaller frame, you have lots of room in here. Okay, that's it. That's our review of the Mitsubishi Xpander GLS Sport. Now, if you have a growing family like I do, it's really worth checking this vehicle out. So this has been Paulo Rafael T. Subido, Editor-in-Chief of Top Gear Philippines. Stay driven, guys. And I'm gonna go and enjoy the Xpander a bit more. So until the next time, see ya.